Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles Odell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today, we are looking at the ultimate guide to manufactured homes based on our latest research at mobilehomefriend.com. You know, that quote really gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? For so many of us, the dream of actually owning a home can feel like it's slipping away. Well, manufactured homes are stepping in as a real, powerful solution to this massive problem. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll kick things off with all the amazing benefits of these homes. But then we're going to get real and dive into the challenges. You know, things like zoning, financing, and what people think about them. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the good stuff. What are the big advantages that make manufactured homes so attractive? And trust me, it's about way more than just the sticker price. And here is the number one reason right off the bat. We're talking about a home that can cost anywhere from 10 to 35% less per square foot. That is a huge difference, and it's literally what puts the keys to a brand new home into so many people's hands. So you might be wondering, how do they get the costs so low? Well, it's not by cutting corners, that's for sure. It's all about efficiency. When you build a home inside a factory, you don't have rain days, your materials are protected, and there's quality control at every single step. That is a massive advantage over building a house out in the elements. Exactly, and that factory precision leads to another awesome long-term benefit: energy efficiency. Because the insulation and all the seals are installed so perfectly, these modern manufactured homes can actually have lower utility bills than a lot of older, traditionally built houses. That's real money back in your pocket every single month. Okay, so you found this affordable, high-quality, energy-efficient dream home. Fantastic! But now we hit our first major hurdle, and it's a big one. Where on earth are you allowed to put it? And this right here is the basic breakdown. Generally speaking, if you're in a dense city or suburb, you are probably going to run into some really tough zoning rules. But if you head out to more rural areas, things usually get a whole lot easier. And yeah, the local rules can get super specific. We're talking about everything from the type of foundation you have to how old the home can be, and even what kind of siding or roofing you can use. As we always say on the Mobile Home Friend website, the absolute first thing you have to do is talk to your local zoning department. But let's say you do all that, and the zoning is perfect. You can still run into an even bigger roadblock: the insane price of the land itself. Let's look at a real-world example from Arizona, because this is pretty eye-opening. Okay, so back in 2016, you could get an improved lot, that's land that's all ready for a home to be placed on it, for around $30,000. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, hold on. That exact same lots today, it costs over $160,000. That's more than a 5-time increase. It's because of everything from cities expanding to just more demand for these lots. And when the land costs that much, it can completely wipe out the savings you got on the home itself. All right, on to the next major piece of this puzzle: the money. We really need to unpack how you pay for these homes and what you should expect as far as their value goes over time. So why is getting a loan for one of these homes so different? Well, it all boils down to one simple fact. Until it is permanently attached to a piece of land, a manufactured home is legally considered personal property, not real estate. Think of it like this: a car gets a title, but a regular house gets a deed. Lenders see that as a huge difference. This document right here is the game changer. It's called an affidavit of affixture, and it's the legal piece of paper that officially turns the home from personal property into real property. Once that's filed, suddenly you can qualify for traditional mortgage financing, which usually means better rates and better terms. But what happens if your home isn't affixed to the land? Well, you still have options. Things like chattel loans or other specialized loans exist, but you gotta know, they almost always come with higher interest rates. If you want the full technical breakdown of all these loan types, you should definitely check out the detailed post on mobilehomefriend.com. And what about that old myth that these homes always lose value? Look, the reality is, it's just like any other house. Its value is tied to 3 things:
how well you take care of it, the location, and what the housing market is doing in general. Keep it in great shape in a good area, and you'll help preserve its value. It's that simple.
Okay, finally, let's tackle a challenge that has nothing to do with zoning or money. It's about perception. We have to talk about the outdated stigma that unfortunately can still follow these homes around.
This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The old stereotypes versus the modern reality. The truth is, since way back in 1976, every single manufactured home built has to meet a strict federal building code from HUD. That code guarantees quality, safety, and durability. These are not your grandparents' mobile homes.
We also need to be honest about the situation in some mobile home parks. You see, it is incredibly expensive to move one of these homes. That means if you own your home, but you rent the land it sits on, you can be really vulnerable to bad landlords, and that can create a really unstable housing situation for a lot of families. One more practical thing to think about is accessibility. While it's true some of the older models might be tough for folks with mobility issues, a lot of new homes are being designed with accessibility right from the start. We're talking wider doorways and even walls that are reinforced for grab bars. So what's the bottom line here? It's this. A manufactured home can be an absolutely amazing and affordable way to own your own place. But it's a big decision. You have to carefully weigh all the incredible pros against some of the very real challenges we've talked about today. And in the end, you're the only one who can answer that question. We just hope that this deep dive has given you the clear, balanced picture you need to make the choice that's perfect for your life. Thanks for watching. For more guides and the full article on this topic, head over to mobilehomefriend.com. Don't forget to check the links in the description below.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomefriend.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.